Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Zita Csomai, or shortly just Dr. Zita, that's how usually they call me. I will talk to you about seed nutrition. I am originally a medical doctor, but for so many years I work as a naturopat, and I have a big interest on nutrition, supplements, but also I work as, look at the whole body together, like as a holistic doctor, and I work with RAIN since 2020. I am one of the medical advisors, and to be honest, when I started working with the company, I didn't know too much about the seeds, but every time when I did some research, it convinced me. And when I see the results with the patients, I always find it very fascinating what the seeds know and what's inside a very small, tiny thing. So when we look at the people, we know that most of the people know that they need to take vitamins, they need to take supplements, but how they can choose, how they can decide. Some of them say, oh, my doctor told me, so they go by the doctor's advice. The other people go to the shops and look for the cheapest because they believe the cheapest or more expensive, it doesn't really matter, so buy the cheapest one, it will do good. There are some people who don't even go to special places, they just go to the supermarket. Anything you can find in the supermarket is good. Other people go to the pharmacy because they trust the pharmaceutical companies more. They say, oh, the pharmacy is better. Some people go with the TV adverts. Oh, I've seen on TV, it must be good. We know it's not, but anything that's on the TV is good. There are some people who are more conscious and they say, oh, if something have scientific evidence or evidence-based medicine, then it should be good, which is a good approach because I believe lots of supplements already have scientific research, at least on the ingredients, and we know that we can look back what we can find with the ingredients and how these products, how these things works. And there are some people who basically listen to their neighbors, they listen to their friends, and they say, oh, it helped my neighbor, it helped my friend, so it should be good. But if we want to go more scientific, if we want to look what's actually good for the people, we need to look at the ingredients and we need to look at how these things works. I always believe if somebody don't have enough money for buying good nutritions, good supplements, they should just spend that money on food. But when we realize that somebody needs actually some extra care, some supplements to support the body, then you need to look at the supplements that's good, working, they absorb in the body, they work good in the body, and it's very hard on the market right now. If we compare the vitamins or single molecules to full plant supplements or supplements that got the seeds, like seed nutrition inside, we can say that the vitamin is a single molecule. I always believe, and it's actually true, always come true, that a single molecule can never work in the body the same as when we're talking about plants or seeds, because like the plants and the seeds, they have a kind of phytomatrix, and all these phytochemicals, they cooperate with each other, they have a synergistic effect, they help each other. While when you only have a single molecule, then you just can trust the body that you have everything else in the body, that this single molecule will work. I think it's risky just to trust one single molecule compared with a phytomatrix. These plants, the seeds, got more tens, hundreds, sometimes over 1,000 active ingredients. That's why they cannot be medicine. That's why they cannot turn to be medications, because if you say something to a pharmaceutical company that this is medicine, you need to know exactly the ingredients. And when you have over 100 or 1000 active compounds in a seed or in a herb, you can't say, because you can't analyze all of these. But it doesn't mean that they don't work. They actually do work, but it's hard to put them on the scale for being a medicine. If you look at the black cumin seed, for example, it got more than 100 active ingredients, and there were so many research with the single ingredients. And if you look at the whole seed inside, it's really a miracle. The black cumin seed is the main ingredient for all of the products in Rain International. The other thing, when we're looking at the supplements, what the people take, if you take tablets, if you take capsules, or you take liquid. When you take tablets and capsules, you need to be aware of the amount, like how much you can put into one little capsule and how much in, like for example, 1 pack of Rain Soul. How many capsules you would need to put those ingredients? You wouldn't even be able to count. So many of them. And this is one big disadvantage for the tablets and the capsules, that you can't put enough ingredients inside. You can't put the amount inside. When you're talking about liquids, you can put as much as you want. And if you need 1000, 2000, whatever milligrams of something, you can put it in the liquid. When they comprise the tablets, it got heat, it got pressure over it. So some of the ingredients got lost. We know from the pharmaceutical companies, when they produce these tablets and they check at the end what we put in and what came out at the end of the line, many times you find that end of the line is not the same like what you put in at the beginning, and you need to change something. But there are many ingredients that's sensitive to the heat, and when you squeeze them, when you heat them, when you're forming tablets, they lose these ingredients. When we're talking about the liquids, you don't have to do that. The liquids, they can just be the original way, but what you put in, it stays in. And the other thing about the tablets and the capsules and the liquids, when we have patients, children or adults, or patients who take many tablets, medications, and they don't want to take no more because they already take 20 medications, 20 tablets or capsules or something. Or the children cannot swallow, or very old people, they cannot swallow. The liquid's always a good choice, because the liquids, they can swallow, it's no question to ask. And also, I always believe that the absorption from a liquid is always better than from a tablet or a capsule. We also need to look at what other compounds in any product. I bought the magnesium, for example, here. Magnesium oxide, lactate, glycinate, or we're talking about the chlorophyll, which is the natural form of the magnesium source. The oxide, that's the most common one. When it breaks, the oxide is good for your body? Not really. Lactate, glycinate is okay. But when you have in a natural form, the chlorophyll, which is called like green blood, and you're not only getting the magnesium, but you're getting the other molecule that's very similar to the hemoglobin, then you can say this is much better for the body. We need to look at, is it effective or it's not effective? For example, vitamin B9, folic acid or folate? Folic acid is the form come from the pharmaceutical companies, the artificial form of B9, vitamin. Folate is the natural form that you can find in the plants. If you look at the population, 44, some places 50-60% of the population has MTHFR mutation. This is a kind of genetic mutation that these people cannot use the folic acid form. It's a methylation problem. They only can use the folate form. And if you give these people the folic acid from the pharmaceutical companies and not the natural folate form, they cannot use it. So the best, again, to start and come from natural ingredients, natural sources, and you will have the folate in these things. When you look at the whole cabbage, you can see you have so many ingredients in a cabbage. And you can see on this diagram here, you get the vitamins, you get the minerals, you got proteins, water, fibers, everything. And it comes together in a good way because they, in the cabbage itself, organic form, they help each other. And when we look at these little trace elements on the bottom of the right side, many supplements don't even have these inside. You don't need too much for the body, but you need it. And if you only you only use magnesium, calcium, other big minerals, and you have a lack of the small ones, then your body will not function good. So when we look at the whole plant or the whole seed, then you will find a much better outcome. Sorry, I just got lost. So when we're talking about the seeds, the seed nutrition, when you look at a seed, the seed is the start of the life. You have a seed, you plant it, and you have a whole plant. You have a whole tree coming out of that small seed. Why is that? Because the seeds got lots of ingredients, lots of active compounds, and they also have lots of enzymes. And these enzymes make them to work, make them to start everything. And they just need a little bit of water, a little bit of sun, and they come out. And when you take seed nutrition, all of these good compounds, all of these good ingredients, they get into your body and help your body. The enzymes, they work active in the body. The ingredients absorb in your body. So if you look at the development of the supplements, you will see the seed nutrition is something on the top, is something very new. It's because the companies didn't really look at the seeds. But one more thing about the seeds, and I think something we should never forget, that the seed is the most protected part of the plant. Why? Because the seed will bring the new plants. This is the part of the plant that got all of those ingredients that protect the seeds from the viruses, the bacteria, the mold, the yeast, everything. If you look at your trash, you will see lots of things start to rotten, lots of things will have mold and yeast and whatever on it, but the seeds usually the very last ones because it got those ingredients. And when we're talking about nowadays how many chronic viruses, bacteria, yeast and lots of other things around us, what would help us better? Nothing. These seeds are, we can kind of say, they like lifesavers because they got the good ingredients inside and they help our body against these germs, against everything. And they're very high in nutrition density. The nutrition density is something that we look at for so much something and how much nutrition inside. And high nutrition density food is the one that got lots of nutrition in a small amount. And we can say the seeds are one of the highest nutrition density supplements and foods also. If you look at on this diagram, you can see the black cumin seed, how many different kind of compounds inside. We got the minerals, the vitamins, the essential fatty acids. Essential fatty acids is required for the whole body, your adrenal gland, your hormones, your brain, everything. build up from these essential fatty acids, amino acids, the proteins build up from the amino acids. And also we have the phytochemicals, and the thymoquinone is one of the mostly researched ingredient. I just want to show you this diagram. This is the active compounds of the black cumin seed, and if you look at these structures, they're very similar to some of the medications we've been used in the last 2-3 years. But we know of all of these, they're very strong antiviral activity compounds. So when we're talking about virus infections and try to find something, antibiotics will not work against viruses, we know that. But when we look at one black cumin seed and get so many compounds that's actually separately proven to work against the viruses, then maybe we should think about this a little bit more. When we look at the rain soil formula, the rain soil got the black cumin, the black roseberry, the grape seeds, and it also got D-ribose inside. It's very powerful. I will talk about this in another video, but I just wanted to tell you that it's full of active ingredients, and it's a very powerful antioxidant, and also is very good for the bowel. And why the bowel is very important? Because everything starts from your bowels, the absorption, to get all the good material into your body. And if the bowel is inflamed, then it will not help. The next I want to show you, and I will talk to you about this in a other video also, the rain core. This is designed to detox the body. We had a research about the heavy metal detox on this product. We had very good outcome on the heavy metal detox. But what I want to show you in this, how smart these products are put together. We have the black cumin seed, which is helping the whole body with lots of good ingredients. It's antioxidant, it helps the bowel. It's got, start from the left, the kale. The kale got tons of good ingredients. We saw it on one of the diagrams before. And it's also very powerful anti-inflammatory. We have the dandelion. The dandelion cleans the whole body, the lymphatic system, the liver, the urine system, everything. Then the black cumin seed. Aloe vera helps to clean the bowel, very strong anti-inflammatory in the bowel. We have the wheatgrass, which got tons of good ingredients, minerals, vitamins, active enzymes. And I remember when I started working long time ago, 25 years ago, I was working on the oncology department, and all of the cancer patients were taking the wheatgrass, and it actually helped them. It's hard because it's not very big amounts what you can find, but when they put it in a product like this, it's really good for the body. The wheatgrass is the gluten-free part. It doesn't contain the wheat seeds inside, it's just the grass part. We have the red cranberry seed helping the kidney, the urine tract. We have the spirulina and chlorella. The spirulina and chlorella helps to take out the heavy metals and the toxic material from inside the body and inside the cell, and helps to clear it out. They always have to be together. And then we have the chlorophyll, what I already talked to you about, the magnesium source, and also the milk thistle seed that helps the liver. So when we're talking about a detox product, we have the bowel, we have the liver, we have the kidney, we have the detox from inside the cell, we have to clear the lymphatic system, and we provide lots of good ingredients and enzymes. And this all put together in this product, which I believe is wonderful. And I always amazed at how smart this product was put together, and how amazingly it works. And finally, the band is another product. I will talk about these more detailed in this other video. I just want to show you some other things in these products, that the band designed for the joints and the bones, like the movement system. And you have ingredients that make things more flexible. You have anti-inflammatory painkillers, you have the curcumin and the bioperine. They always, if you put them together, the bioperine makes the effect of the curcumin 10 times more. So that's why it's in the product. The curcumin is a fat-soluble ingredient. So if they put it in a dry capsule, it will not absorb. But when you put it with seeds, with these essential fatty acids, it will absorb in the body. And plus, you put the bioperine inside, which is a kind of standardized extract from the black pepper. And these together makes the curcumin even more effective. The same like the vitamin K2 and D3. If you just have the vitamin D3, it doesn't really do all the work. But when you put the vitamin K2 with it, it will help to take down the extra calcium from the blood vessels and put it inside the bones. If you just add the vitamin D3, the majority of the calcium will not go from the blood vessels to the bone, and the patient will have bone deficiency, osteoporosis, and atherosclerosis. And the doctors will just write separate prescriptions. But when you put the K2 with the D3 vitamin, it will do the work. So that's what I mean when we talking about the seed nutrition, and even in the band we have some other ingredients with it too, that these work hand in hand and they actually very effective. So I thank you very much for your attention, and I will have another video about the products. I wish you a good day, and I hope to see you sometime another time. Thank you. Bye-bye.